Channel. My name is Michael Mastro. This is Vastu Creations. Today we're going to look at the chart for Betty White, famous actress who died recently. And we're going to be using transformational Vedic astrology using the sidereal Vedic zodiac as opposed to the Western tropical zodiac, which is the true placement of the planets. So if we look to the eastern horizon when Betty was born, you would see the constellation associated with Cancer rising at 26 degrees. 26 degrees becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet like Jupiter that's within 5 degrees of that, and Venus that's within 5 degrees of the rising sign has a lot of impact in the chart. Now, let's just go see how the planets are performing, and then we'll see when they're performing and certain dates in this person's life and what we could do to remedy the chart. So, Sun is, now, every person, you can see, what they're working on in this lifetime by the placement of the multicona signs. Multicona signs are 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. So this person is working focused on their career and why they came here, focused on wealth and fame and stability in marriage, focused on success, focused on family, trying to heal family life, focused on their health, focused on transformations, very, very powerful transformations in their life. And so let's just take the planets one by one. Sun is at 4 degrees, so slightly weak. Any planet that's less than 5 is said to be in infant state. Any planet that's more than 25, like Jupiter, is said to be in old age, and they have trouble protecting and promoting their own significations. So Sun is ruling the house of wealth and fame and marital stability, and it is placed in the house of marriage. So it definitely connects their wealth and fame through their relationships. So any actor is really connected to their agent and all the producers and writers, directors that they know. Very much just like politics. It's all about relationships. Moon is at 5 degrees, and it just slightly above 5 degrees. And it is ruling this house of life purpose. And it's placed in the house of success through performing arts. And Moon itself represents public. So it gives it an emotional aspect to their acting, and it's for the public. So, and Mars is ruling the career house. So it gives them a very strong ambition and drive to be successful in their career. Now, Mars is placed in the house of home life and happiness. So there's more emphasis on their career than their home life. In fact, she chose, one of her marriages ended because she refused to have children. She wanted to fulfill her career ambitions because of Mars. And that created some stress in the relationships. Now, Mercury is at 17 degrees. It's ruling the house of success through performing arts, and it's placed in the house of relationships. And it is afflicted by Rahu. So it gives success through acting, and then later in life she was really involved in handiwork, I guess knitting, sewing. And having 4 planets in the house of success really boosts your ability to be successful. So I attribute her success partly to having all these 4 planets in that house, especially Moon. Now, any planet, multicona sign, like 9 and 11, sitting in the 6th and the 8th house, makes those functional malefic planets that rule those signs. So Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter becomes a functional malefic. Now it is one, two, three, four, not really afflicting anything, so it's somewhat benign, um, but it's slightly weak. And so Jupiter represents husband and children. So it definitely had effect on her not having children and having more than one husband. Now, um, it is ruling this house of health, conflict, divorce. So definitely affected divorce, and placed in the house of success. So um, it is also pushing her. I think she was very involved with the animals and pets, and so Jupiter, if you're not having children, the pets would be taking that place, represented by Jupiter. And Venus is at 29 degrees. It's in old age. It's ruling the house of family life, sitting in the house of conflicts and divorce. So it kind of explains why she had, some stress in the home life. Let's see. Saturn is again functional malefic because it's ruling Aquarius, which is sitting in the eighth house of challenges. And this is also the house of research. So it connects this performing arts with being able to research and play different roles. And many actors either have some influence from the eighth or the 12th house to make them successful in their ability to play roles. Now, Rahu and Ketu are always balancing, trying to find balance between the spiritual and material. Ketu is here and giving insights into spiritual research into spiritual knowledge, and Rahu is here pushing to be successful in your career. So let's talk about the timing of events. She got married in 1945 during the Venus period, but got divorced shortly after during a Sun subperiod, so that the lack of stability in the marriage. Then in 1947, she got married during a Jupiter period, Jupiter representing husband. Then got divorced during a Saturn period, causing death-like experiences to the relationship. And then got married again during a Jupiter period, again taking a husband. That husband died of cancer in 81 during a Saturn K2 period. Again, Saturn is death-like experiences, K2 is unexpected events. Now in K2 was sitting in the ninth house right. Let's see here. So in 1985, the 70s and the 80s was the height of her career. The Golden Girls. She wrote an autobiography. This was all during Mars period. Mars giving that ambition to be successful in the career. 2010. Hot in Cleveland. She had a revival in her career during a Mercury period, again, ruling that house of success in performing arts. Died in December 31st, 2021. Now, that was during a Sun period, and this is a circular chart showing the outer circle is where the planets were when she passed away. And then the inner circle is where the planets were when she was born. So there's an interaction between the malefics afflicting the natal planets, afflicting the transit planets. So here you see Rahu afflicting Saturn. Saturn is longevity. She had a very long life, almost made it to 100 within 2-3 weeks. But yeah, Saturn is ruling the house of death-like experiences, It's a indicator for longevity, and it's afflicted at the time she died by Rahu, causing unexpected events. Now, Sun is also slightly weak in her chart, which can affect the heart. And there are some that say she passed away of a heart attack. And yeah, so I think those are the main things in the chart. Now let's see what we could do to remedy the chart. Um, so we want to transform, not strengthen, the malefic. So Jupiter would be um, helping children. In this case, it would be animals and pets. She's doing that already. K2 is also stray dogs, so she's helping, animals again to transform that. Rahu is helping people who cannot help themselves, as well as Saturn. And she's very much involved as an advocate for the LGBT community and for racial equality. So she was very much remedying the malefics in her chart. Now, to strengthen Venus being in old age, Jupiter slightly old age, Saturn, not Saturn, Moon, all of these can be remedied by or strengthened by wearing the gemstones for each planet, or a kavash that contains the devata yantras for each of these planets. Is a very economical way to strengthen these planets and make your life a lot smoother. And I think this would have helped for relationships, not having divorce twice, etc. But you can get the kavash on our website. At vastucreations.com under products, under either jewelry or energetic products. It also acts to protect you from 5G because it contains paramagnetic material. So thank you guys for listening. If you're interested in getting a reading, you can go to vastucreations.com under services. If you're interested in learning transformational Vedic astrology, as you see, it's very accurate, very simple to learn, and you can also get certified. You go under Vastu Creations under courses, Transformation Vedic Astrology Level 1 and 2. Thank you again so much for listening. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and again, thank you for listening.